What nerdigans? This is the one and only Packer Girl 89 of Nerdigans, and today's anime nerdigan live reaction video is going to be for Nanatsu no Taizai Enza no Edinburgh Part 2, aka the 7 Deadly Sins Grudge of Edinburgh Part 2. So before I get into this, let me just remind you to hit that like, share, and subscribe buttons. And because, of course, this channel, let alone this video, are not sponsored. If you love what we're doing and want to help keep this operation alive and kicking so we can keep bringing you more anime and manga content, whether it be news, analysis, or live reactions like this one, feel free to hit up our Cash App and PayPal. Links are in the description box below. So, well, for how my anime live reactions work, basically because I am not sponsored and the last thing me and my kitty need is a copyright strike, we can't show you anything on the screen. However, on my side of the screen, I have the movie, the Four Nights of the Apocalypse manga, and the wiki app. Because, well, for those of you that don't remember, at last year's Tadam, Nakaba confirmed that Grudge of Endinburgh was completely canon, and damn, based on part 1. Oh, yes, it is. So if you are not up to date with Four Nights of the Apocalypse manga, you are going to be extremely spoiled. You are. So that, unfortunately, you're going to have to deal with that. But in terms of the art and animation, yeah, I have a very high standard, and I'm enduring through this art and animation. But let's be fucking real. This ain't Berserk 2016 animation. Stop saying it is. Seriously, it's not. It's way better than that. It's not Seki no Kuni or Trigun Stampede CGI, but it's still, it's like in the middle between Berserk and Hoseki no Kuni. Let's be real. But anyways, the movie continues from where we left off. Okay, the new content is at like the 1 minute 29 second mark. So without further ado, let's get to this. Oh, okay. It looks good. I will say this about the art and animation. It looks a lot better. There's actually movement in the hair. I'm very pleased with that. Okay. Also, curse you, Netflix, for reminding me of the Fairy Trap Lancelot erasure. And for those of you that don't know about Fairy Trap Lancelot, where he is at, and I've mentioned this multiple times as well, is in the Nanatsu no Taizai side story 6 titled The Rainforest Invites the Beginning. Him being a trap is kind of significant, but Netflix had other plans, apparently. And speaking of the scar, which, you know, Tristan is showing, or is not showing, he's looking at and remembering giving him that mark. In the Rainforest Invites the Beginning, it does confirm that fight or that little squabble between Lancelot and Tristan. Yeah, that Tristan was the one who activated Lancelot's powers, so. I punched him. I love you, Lancelot, for that. I don't know how I feel about Lancelot's voice. I think it's a little too deep, considering the age he is. He's supposed to be 14, I believe. Yeah, this is a little too deep for me. I didn't like his voice at the beginning of part 1 either. It was way too deep then, and I think it's still a little too deep here. I think for when we get to, you know, the main anime for Four Nights of the Apocalypse, this voice will be a lot better. But it just sounds way too deep, at least for me. I wish it was just a teeny bit higher. Not by much, but just a teeny bit higher. It's our parents who are friends. Lancelot's such a jackass. But I will say this, that blood drip coming out of Tristan's nose, we got movement in the hair, it looks good. We're getting some good things here. It's not, again, it's not where I'd like it to be, but it could be so much worse. Pain is a part of life. Jesus Christ, that's the truth. It's so true. I'm the best example of it. We know Tristan is afraid of himself. He's afraid of his demon part. But again, this just makes me think of a few chapters ago when Tristan, you know, was told that he doesn't have the pride of a Nephilim. He resents being a Nephilim. This kind of goes along with that. So that is amazing. What do you know about me? I don't know anything about you, stupid. I want to. I love Lancelot's writing. It's great. Oh my god, it's King and Bun! First, though, I'm telling you, if we do not see Arthur in this part, I am going to hate this movie. Like, everything is from the trailer and what we saw in part 1. Yeah, we gotta see Arthur up in here, or this movie gotta suck. There's Diane too! Oh my god! I can't wait to see the kids. Again, for those of you that don't know, one of King and Diane's kids has been revealed. It's gonna be in a video game. The Seven Deadly Sins video game that's coming out. But there's still one more kid. There's one more kid left. I can't wait to find out who that is. Oh my god, I can't wait for that shit. Gowther! Yay! I love Gowther. He's my boy. He's my favorite Sin. Him and Escanor were my favorite Sins. But Escanor's gone. We know where that power went. It went to... I want to say... I love Lancelot, but goddammit, I love Gawain. I do! Gawain is everything! On a side note, I cannot wait for Nysons to meet King. Holy shit, I can't wait for Nysons to meet King! Dude, if Nysons ends up being King's kid, I would lose my freaking mind, but I don't think that's going to be the case. I would love it, though. But yeah, Nysons and King meeting is going to be very interesting. I'm very happy with this. I'm happy that, yes, the physical symptoms are gone, but the core is still there. Because remember what we're dealing with. We're dealing with the powers of chaos. That shit is OP as hell. So I'm glad that King did say this. But he's also saying that if we could remove the effects for just a moment, then Elizabeth could cure herself. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't. Part of me is like, it's kind of okay for primarily because it's not Arthur we're dealing with directly. We don't know who Priest is. I really hope Priest is the one that is going to deliver the prophecy that we see in Four Knights of the Apocalypse manga. I really hope so. But yeah, I'm... Part of me is like, okay, yeah, the powers of chaos here, it's not like it's coming from Arthur directly, so if Elizabeth can cure herself, I won't be too mad at it. Now, if it was Arthur, on the other hand, that casted this, I would be kind of pissed if she was able to cure herself, like, really easily. I would not be happy with that. And let's be real, Hendrickson here is exactly how I feel like Nyson's interaction is going to go with King. Somewhat go that way, because, you know. But, so far, I'm happy with this movie. It's interesting so far. I had a lot of situations that called for those minimization tablets. Yeah, we know. We know. It was to get pregnant twice. We know. But there's one thing he lacks. We know. It was said in the manga. It was his Nephilim pride. He don't have that. But damn, I gotta say, this soundtrack is lit. I hope this composer is working on Four Knights of the Apocalypse anime. I doubt he is, but I doubt they are. But oh, the soundtrack is lit. I'm so happy with this. This is perfection. I have no complaints with the soundtrack. In terms of the character animations, I can't really complain too much because unfortunately, this isn't like in Tom of the Final where the mangaka is drawing it. I wish. God, I wish. But it's serviceable. Oh my god, I think Jericho's here! Yes! And yes, we know from the trailer Jericho is showing up. But what her role is in this is going to be very interesting. We got a stampede coming from Edinburgh. Woo! The horse's naming Escanor just gives me so much life. I forgot the horse's name was Escanor. Lancelot's holding Escanor. I thought he was flying for me. I was like, whoa, what? The sound effects here are everything for, Lancelot holding up Escanor and Tristan. The eyes are everything. The veinage is perfection. I live. This is great. There she is at the 10-minute 24-second mark. We get full confirmation that is Jericho. Yee! Jericho! I hate how this armor looks. This armor looks terrible. No, this armor is unacceptable. I hate how it looks. But Jericho is here. What's her role going to be? Because remember, if I remember correctly, when she reunited with Lancelot didn't know that the Star Knight was her. So, hopefully we get more info about Jericho in this movie. We need to know what the hell happened. So Jericho pulled through on the side. Of course she did. She not gonna let her boy go down. No, because remember, Jericho is in love with Lancelot. We remember that confession. We remember the controversy of that confession. Well, you do have a debt to Jericho. Dude, I swear that there are a lot of debts that Lancelot has to Jericho. Some which we don't know the full story of because it's in the Prince of the Lake content, which we're... I swear the Prince of the Lake content better not show up in this movie. I wanted it to show up in the manga first. Oh, God, I hope that's not going to be the case. And also, the Prince of the Lake content just needs its own separate, like, movie. I swear, if you're going to do Prince of the Lake content. Lancelot's pulling on Tristan's ear. Thank God the Nanatsu no Taizai / Forkoa comedy is here. I would have been so pissed if this movie would have taken itself way too seriously. Because we've been seeing that in a lot of manga to anime adaptations lately. Like, Rurouni, I'm so pissed about Rurouni Kenshin doing that. Oh, that drives me nuts. But we still got comedy here. I'm very pleased. Of course, Lancelot's like, dude, I'm not here to save anyone. I'm here for fun. I love Lancelot. He's just everything. Something interesting I thought about is, are we going to see Jericho interact with Death Pierce? Oh, please say this is going to happen, because we do need that. Because we already saw in the trailer that we're going to see Margaret up in here. Remember, Death Pierce got business with Margaret too. I forgot it for a minute. Thanks to my Discord for reminding me about it. But yeah, I wonder if that's going to be the case. Oh, that's right. In the trailer, we saw Derriere too. Woo! I can't wait for this. But yeah, this is a good... I will say this. I'm glad that this is here to remind the fans of the grudge that Death Pierce has, because he did mention it near the end of the manga as well. That obviously, besides going to Edinburgh, what he was gonna do. So I gotta say, Derriere and Margaret look great in this animation. Could they look better? Yeah, they could, but they actually look pretty decent, and especially in terms of flashbacks. But Derriere looks so amazing. I missed her. Lancelot just like, dude, fuck your monologue. I don't give a shit. And he just stomped him. This is so Lancelot. It is. If you are up to date with Four Knights of the Apocalypse, you know how Lancelot this is. He would totally do this. Yeah, and Lancelot's just coming through in the clutch. He's like, dude, you may have the power to stop magical attacks, but you don't have the power to stop physical attacks. I love Lancelot. He is just amazing. God, him and Gawain, man. Him and Gawain are just epic. I wish Priest looked so much better. I don't like how this looks, because, you know, if this was Nakaba drawing it, we would be seeing some, like, kick-ass shading on Priest's tentacles. It would look badass as hell, but it does not, and it really sucks. And let's be real, Studio Orange would have done the shading and everything, and it would have looked so lit. Nakaba, I am sorry. I am sorry that your art continues to get bastardized. At least it's not Berserk 2016. Yes, it's the position that we saw Lancelot when he was about to go up against Arthur. Oh my god. That show is so epic. It's just like... Lancelot is everything. This combat art is actually not too bad. It could be a lot more Dude, again, this could be way more fluid. It could. But no, we can't have nice things. No, we just can't, sadly. Dude, why are you calling Lancelot your kin when he's half human, half fairy? Like, did you forget this? You hate fairies and you're asking him to side with you? Why? Are you trying to deceive him and just kill him? Like, Death Pierce, you're fucking stupid for that. And I'm glad Lancelot's just like, I love Lancelot's attitude through this. He's like, you gotta be shitting me. You're really asking me this? I am half fairy. Half of my blood is of the people you detest. Like, why would I even consider this? You're so stupid. I love how Lancelot made his point. He's like, fuck this, transforms into a fairy, jumps on top of Death Piers, and in his fairy form, sits it there and be like, well, bro, I'm not either a fairy nor a human. Like, what do you want about it? And then whoop his ass. Lancelot, I love you for this. Woo! Here we go, here we go, here we go. We're getting the demon. We're getting the demon. Ooh, I'm ready for this. I love the purple coming up over the eye. It's such a nice touch. But this, I'm telling you, this is foreshadowing of what Lancelot is saying to show, your true self. This is going to be coming into play for sure. It's got to be coming into play soon because as of this recent chapter that came out today, I feel like when Tristan's fighting the Knights of Chaos, who are using goddess magic, this is definitely going to come into play. Tristan's going to become his demon self, and he's going to have to confront it. And Lancelot's right there if he needs to stop it, I gotta say, the chaos coming from the staff looks really cool. It looks better than in part 1 for sure. Do I think it's still a little heavy? Yeah, it should be a little bit lighter, but in terms of thickness, I mean. But it's moving really nicely. I'm not mad at this at all. I just wish it was a little bit thinner. There we go. Oh, that power coming out of Tristan! Oh my god! This looks so freaking sick. I can't wait to see Tristan when we get to him embracing who he is as a Nephilim, because damn, that power gonna be strong as fuck. Dude, I can't wait for Tristan to embrace his Nephilimness. I can't, because I know we saw, he kind of got a little bit of his ass whooped in the fight against Arthur. He did, but that's because, remember, Tristan can't control his demon power very well. The demon power controls him. But we will, and remember, he also resented it too. He resents that power. But soon, I'm hoping by chapter 150 at the latest. Or no, we are at 116 right now. I'm hoping at least within the next 10 chapters, we'll get Tristan to face himself. Probably starting next week. Or week after, because I think there's a break next week. The 7 Deadly Sins are here! Yeah, let's go! This is gonna be good! And there's our first full counter. And it looks so good. Yes, it does. So is King not gonna be in this? Well, King's probably staying with Elizabeth. That's my guess. But yeah, we got Bon, Gowther, and Meliodas here. I'm stoked. He knows Jericho's there. Yeah. You thought that this was a failure, but nope, it's not. It's not. Tristan came in and saved the day. Let's be real. King and Diane are here. I thought they were going to stay behind. Guess Hendrickson's got control of everything. So Elizabeth is better. That's why they made it over here. I have to wonder if it's It probably has something to do with Tristan kicking Priest's ass. That's probably why she was able to heal herself. I'm not mad at this, nah. Yes, we still got the comedy of like little Meliodas going motorboating Elizabeth's titties. Yes! I'm happy with this. See, unlike a lot of these anime adaptations that are coming out where they're just removing the comedy and it's taking itself too seriously, nah, we don't have that here. I'm happy with this. Is this Camelot for real? Oh my god, if we are in Camelot, I will lose it. No way this is the dimension that we saw in Prince of the Lake. No way. I refuse to believe that. That would really piss me off because I'm like, no, I do not want Prince of the Lake content here. No, I want it in the manga first. But if it is, I'll be happy, but I'll be annoyed because I want it to be beautifully drawn. I don't want crappy CGI for it. But God, I would love for it to be Camelot. I don't think it is though. I don't. Elizabeth's like, not today. You caught me off guard once, not anymore. That trick won't work twice. So let there be light, motherfucker. I'm so happy with this. This was bomb. So Priest was a bunch of demons fused together. Interesting. I wonder if those demons are some of the same demons that we see in Forkoa when Gowther, the demon village Gowther is taken care of. I wonder if those demons are part of that. That to me would make sense. Dude, what the staff transformed Deathfierce into is amazing. I wonder if Arthur was the one that caused this. I would not be surprised. Based on what we've seen in Four Nights of the Apocalypse, usually it's Arthur is the one behind these transformations like this. I would not be surprised. Again, we better be seeing Arthur in this movie. But how did it get Margaret and Derriere, though? How? I'm curious. We better find out about that soon. I wonder, again, if Arthur had something to do with it. But we'll have to wait and see. But the other thing I'm wondering in regards to this wasteland is if this is where Camelot once was. It's either that or it's where Edinburgh once was. It's got to be one of those two. I'm very curious because there's no way this is Camelot. Camelot itself, because we saw Camelot itself in the manga, it is just fucking crazy. It's a psychedelic trip. But this, I think this has got to be either where Edinburgh was or Camelot was. It's one of those two. I love the design of this Chaos Beast, but my God, I cannot help but think of the Kagari King, or the King of the Kagari, when he took over Sakadashi's body in Twin Star Exorcist. It's making me think of that too. I'm not gonna lie. I gotta say, Lancelot's transformation sequences are really nice. They're nice and smooth. I'm very pleased with how this looks, because again, this could look a whole lot worse. And the combat scene here is not that bad. No. Could it be better? Yeah. What does it need? A shader is what it needs. Oh, but this background though, holy shit, is it gorgeous. Oh my God. God, I wish the Chaos design had shading. It looks so cool, but it doesn't give me what I need, especially with the head on top. It should look way creepier. It's not as creepy as it should be, and that frustrates me, because I cover Four Nights of the Apocalypse. And hell, even at the end of Seven Deadly Sins, you saw the Chaos creatures. We saw that, and they looked sick. They look so sick in Four Nights. Oh my God. The manga, it looks so sick. But here, it's not a blow-up doll, granted. It just doesn't look as, sleek as it should. It doesn't have that, extra oomph that it should. It really frustrates me. It needs more black up in there. That's what it needs. It needs a shader, and it needs black. That's the problem. But again, the soundtrack is just delivering, and so is the landscape. The landscape looks so nice, and it's so textured. The rocks are very textured. This is why it frustrates me. I don't get my shading where it needs to be on the characters themselves. It's really annoying. Okay, around the 36-minute 53-second mark, it's totally giving Attack on Titan. It's like freaking Tristan is ready to take on the Titan. I swear, that's what it's giving me. Hold on, is Lancelot really using his full power? I don't think so. I don't think so. I think Lancelot is not using his full power because he's trying to get Tristan to unleash his full power. That's gotta be it. Because we've seen Tristan, like, or not Tristan, we've seen Lancelot, some with use, like, I don't think all of his power, no. But we've seen him go out and just fuck up Arthur. So I'm just like, this should be cake. This should be a piece of cake for Lancelot. That fire looks great. I'm not gonna lie. I love Bond, how blasé he is about Lancelot, because it sounds like he hasn't even come back to see his parents since he returned from Benwick. But no, I thought he went back there for a little bit after Benwick. We need confirmation on this. I like this little bit from Meliodas, what he's saying about Tristan. He said that, you know, I have the power to stop Tristan, but I don't think he trusts me with it. Which is true. He doesn't trust Meliodas. I don't think he trusts anybody, including Meliodas. Even though Meliodas could, you know, could stop him if need be, and it would have been smart of Tristan to get trained by Meliodas in this regard. But nope, he didn't. He was being a brat. How is his skin so tough? Bruh, he was wearing armor before transforming into a being of chaos. That's how his skin is so hard. So they're empty husks. They're not people. Alright. They're... Because I was like thinking, how the fuck did he bring Derriere and Margaret there? That just... It didn't make sense to me. But now we know. We got confirmation. But now it's time, Tristan. You need to go all out. Of course Chaotic Death Pierce is getting off on this. Because remember, he wanted to get revenge by killing Derriere and Margaret. Because remember, Margaret was possessed. But yeah, that's what it seems like to me. Dude, why do you have to keep reminding me of the fairy trap Lancelot erasure? This is not cool. I don't like that. Stop. Stop. At least give me the fairy trap. Ugh. Good on Lancelot for saying this, because he's like, dude, Tristan, you're patronizing me, man. You're saying that I can't handle your shit? Bitch, you don't know about me. And also, like, even back then, before, you know, the events of the rainforest at the beginning, he activated his fucking power. Tristan did, and Lancelot probably wanted to test it out on him. So we getting Demon Tristan's first full-on transformation. We seeing this. I am excited for this. This is another reason why I want to cover this, is because of that. And if you guys remember, this was actually referenced. This is the scene that's being referenced when Lancelot stopped Tristan's rampage and was going up against Arthur. That's what this is a throw. Obviously, this is what the scene that this is referring to in the manga, anyway. Dude, these strikes are fucking amazing. Oh my god, Demon Tristan's attacks are sick. I love how they look here. Could they look better? Yeah, they could look a lot more fluid. Yes. But God, it looks good. I'm very pleased. And again, it could look a whole lot worse. Oh God, I don't want to think about that. No. No, we saw the demon wings in the trailer, but the demon wings look great here too. Oh my God. I think the demon wings actually look better here than in the trailer. But it's still too bulky for me in terms of the wings. It should be a little bit thinner because it's supposed to be like liquid. Best thing to compare this to is when Phos starts getting their new powers from the gold, the liquid gold. That's what I would have loved to see for this. Tristan flying through the fire. Ooh, that was beautiful. So now we know how, to an extent, why Tristan is able to trust Lancelot. I feel like again, I feel like this is gonna come up again. It already has come up in Four Nights of the Apocalypse before, during the the fight against Arthur. But I'm talking about this upcoming chapter, chapter 117. I think we're gonna see it. I think we're gonna see this come into play. I wouldn't believe otherwise if this comes into play then. And it would be sick because the knights they're going up against are using goddess power. So to use Tristan's demon power versus the goddess power, that would be sick. I need to see that. So here we go. So now we get into the fight between Tristan and Lancelot. This is the fight that Lancelot is supposed to help tame Tristan's demon ability. Again, as I said, I think it's already been brought up in the manga before, but I think it's gonna come up again in 117. It's either by 120, it's gonna come up. That's my prediction. I like this. I like that Gauther said that what Tristan needs is a bond to his captain. Yep, I completely agree with this. Dude, I swear, if Lancelot is not going all out here, I'm gonna be kind of annoyed. Because remember, he's as powerful as one of the 7 deadly sins. You know why he fainted with a smile on his face is because he doesn't feel alone in this. Nope. And he has someone he finally was able to use his demon power that he's been so afraid of, and still resents it, but that has to be freaking Arthur at the 47, 48, 49 second mark. Arthur has finally shown the fuck up. Thank God! I would have hated this movie if Arthur didn't show up. I knew Arthur gave him the staff. I fucking called it. I knew it. If Arthur wasn't the one that gave him the staff, I would have been furious. But yes, Arthur has been confirmed to be the one to give him the staff. And this is great. Again, for those of you that are not up to date with Four Nights of the Apocalypse, one of the Knights of Chaos that we fought was in a very similar situation to Death Pierce and had basically the same or similar looking staff of chaos, if it's probably the exact same one if I remember correctly. And to see this here, oh my god. And remember back then, let me make sure I have the character's name in front of me. The Knight Ardbeg, that's who. Remember with Ardbeg, with his chaos staff. Yeah. That's what this is given. This is Ardbeg got his stuff after his family getting killed and his friends getting killed in the Holy War. Specifically when his daughter was killed. That's what really destroyed him. But yeah, that's what this is really reminding me of. This is foreshadowing of, definitely got to be foreshadowing of Ardbeg, for sure. There's Arthur in the anime. I don't know why he looks like Marileona. He looks like Marileona. But I digress. The eyes don't give Marileona, but like the face and the hair, it's making me think of Marileona from Black Clover. Wait a minute. Lancelot said that makes 3. So what other ones is he talking about? Again, it's got to go back to that Prince of the Lake content. It has to. Especially if this is the 3rd one. I'm very curious what you guys think. To me, this has got to be connected to Prince of the Lake stuff. Oh, for sure. You know what? I'm wondering if we're going to see the similar situations going on with the rest of the Knights of Chaos, especially with the ones that we're dealing with currently in Four Nights of the Apocalypse. Because we know, to an extent we know in regards to Ironside joined Camelot to save his other son. AKA Percival's half-brother. So we know that. And then the other knights having goddess power, it's very interesting. It's very interesting. Oh, God. I can't wait to get to that in the manga. This is going to be very interesting because this is definitely foreshadowing that. But for sure, at the very least, this definitely is foreshadowing what we're going to see with Ardbeg, Ardbeg's Chaos Staff, and the encounter we have with Ardbeg in the anime, or well, in the manga, because if you have read it, you know. But anyways. Whoa! Bond said, take care of Lancelot, won't you, Jericho? Dude, what? What? So now you have to wonder here. Does this mean this takes place prior to Jericho becoming a Knight of Chaos? This will be interesting to find. I'm very curious what you guys think. So overall, this movie was great. It's interesting. The only thing that is kind of throwing me off is Jericho in all of this. Because obviously there was some hints to the Prince of the Lake content, but I believe it would have to be a little bit after the events of this movie take place, obviously, based on what I think it was Tristan who said it in the manga, that prior to Meliodas meeting with Lancelot to send him on the mission to go after Percival. That's what it seems like to me. But then when did Jericho get taken by Arthur? That's the only thing that's very confusing, is when was this? Was this like after turning into Sin, or or when he went on his mission to go find Percival was when Jericho turned? I'm very curious. I'm hoping we get the answers to that in the manga soon. Because I feel like, at least in my opinion, I feel after this current arc in the Four Koa manga, we're going to be going to Benwick. And I feel like that's when we'll get all the answers, is in Benwick. In regards to Jericho and Lancelot. Like, there's no other way about it. But, I'm very curious what you guys think about this, especially in regards to Jericho. In regards to Tristan, I'm very happy that we got the awakening and all that. I thought that was cool. I like that Tristan was the one that took out Death Pierce. I'm sad that Daria and Margaret weren't really there, because that just would have been interesting. But the thing that I would have liked to seen in the credits, though, and again, could have seen this in the credits or even after the credits, the stuff with Jericho meeting up with Arthur after the credits, that would have been nice. The other thing would have been to have, what was the other thing? To have Lancelot meet up with Meliodas and go on his mission for Percival. I feel like if that would have been after the credits, I think it would have worked better. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, what you guys thought of this movie. Both parts I thought were really good. You could tell it was canon to Four Knights of the Apocalypse. I'm glad we got our little thing of Arthur. I'm glad we got to see a little bit of Jericho too. It's just this whole thing now with Jericho has gotten a little bit more confusing. I'm hoping, part of me is hoping that little part there isn't canon. And that was a move for, the anime just wanted to do that kind of shit with Jericho to not, give away that she's becomes a Knights of Chaos. But I'm very curious what you guys think about Jericho. What do you guys think about the movie? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdigans Inc. Love what we're doing and want to help keep this operation alive and kicking so we can keep bringing you more Four Knights content. A few ways you could do that. Donate to our Cash App, PayPal, Patreon. Purchase something off our Amazon wishlist. All that's in the description box below. Also, make sure you follow us on Twitter, Twitch, Discord. Friend us on PlayStation Network. That's in the description box below as well. Till next time, Nerdigans, I will be seeing you later. Bye.